Well, hello, my beautiful Cancerians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your monthly reading for February 2025. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings, and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Cancerians, this is your monthly reading for February 2025. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. Also, I've opened up a competition for one subscriber to win a free personal reading from me, but I'll let you know how to win that a little bit later on because some people are here just for the reading and I don't like to waste anyone's time. So let's get straight to it. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? What do they need to know for the month ahead, February 2025? What's in store for my beautiful Cancerians? Well, we've officially moved into Aquarius season, and this month it actually encourages you to tap into your free spirit and also into your inner rebel, to try new things, embrace your individuality, be flamboyant, and discover what really makes you unique. You may feel a strong desire to connect with others this month, be more sociable, involve yourself in the community more, or even fill your diary with new events for the rest of the year and experiences that, will leave a long-lasting impression. Maybe even jump into training for a charitable event or organize giving back to the community in some way. Aquarius season asks you to embrace the alternative. So you might experiment with new recipes, watch new independent theater or cinema, feel inclined to catch a really out there art exhibition, seek out experimental documentaries or books on the unknown, or even try a new style or look to also think about not just expanding your wardrobe, but also expanding your mind. Basically going into some sort of higher learning as well. That's all starred for this month, or at least booking it for the rest of the year. It's really time to embrace the unfamiliar. And this is also a month where your genius comes forward with flashes of insight and eureka moments as you innovate all aspects of your life. Challenge the status quo and, of course, find fresh new pathways to complement any routines or responsibilities that you have to adhere to. Because, hey, that's life. We got to do what we got to do. But this month also adds an extra creative flair, a spring in your step, and a desire to shake things up a little bit. Now, if you don't know it already by now, February really will remind you that you are fabulous. February is often associated with a very commercialized day of romance, but whether you're in a relationship or not, this season really dials up that desire to romance your life a little bit more. And especially since we have Venus, the planet of love and passion and relationships, it's a perfect time to have a heartfelt conversation with those that you really care about. Strengthen friendships, relationships, and most importantly, deepen that connection with self. You may feel compelled to book a date night with yourself this month and do something really special to remind you that you've come a long way. Really give yourself permission to celebrate the wonderful you. And the most exciting planetary shift this month is Jupiter, which stations direct, and in doing so, it shines its benevolence on us once more with rays of good luck and abundance. If you've been receiving tough lessons that you didn't ask for, not seeing results, feeling a bit deflated or defeated, or even submerged in a deeply reflective growth period, it could be that we've had Jupiter and Mars retrograding, but finally the light at the end of the tunnel appears on the 4th of February. Now, Jupiter will expand opportunity, curiosity, good fortune, and most importantly, it sets you up to receive rewards for all of your hard work, especially since Aldebaran, the star of wealth and good fortune, supports Jupiter's pivot. Now, of course, Mars turns direct on the 23rd of February, which increases your energy, motivation, passion, and ambition. Productivity will reach climactic levels. It's a great time to manifest and make life happen for you. Of course, the North Node conjuncts Neptune in the sign of Pisces, emphasizing the call to experience the unfamiliar. Expect very vivid dreams during this time and off-the-wall original ideas. It really will help you. And of course, on a global scale, please fast forward this part if you don't really want to hear it, we could see a little bit of a wobble in the stock market, or at least an honest assessment of how things really are going underneath the surface bluster, which may even indicate an upcoming market correction. Now, this North Node can deliver a rude awakening when partnered up with Neptune. It bursts the bubble of illusion, especially when printing money out of thin air to float economies on hollow foundations. And when we reach March, April time, it'll be the cusp period in between, Saturn really could offer this strict course correction, and it really will bring reality to the surface with a bump. Now, the majority of the planets are hanging out in water signs without the grounding of Earth, so we may see some water-related events occurring around the world, in particular that underwater volcano that I keep seeing in my visions. But also, as there is a lack of planets positioned in Earth signs, this could shake things up seismically and cause plates to shift on a larger scale. Now, of course, the Earth, it moves all the time, but planets this month could destabilize some of those major fault lines. And with Uranus and Neptune energy running the show this month, expect the unexpected, even in places that do not typically have, any sort of seismic activity. We could see some there. And also, I would say, expect the weird and questionable this month, okay? A little bit of off-the-wall energy. But also, Pluto continues to reveal corruption, and maybe even confirm some of the things intuitively you already know is going on behind the scenes, because exposés will continue across the board. Now, Mercury, the 7th planet to join the planetary parade on the 28th of February, creates a beautiful arc across the sky. And on a personal level, it offers a shift, a solidarity, letting you know that all you strive for is somehow coming together. The moon makes a glorious alignment with Jupiter, making this month a perfect time to manifest and muscle in on that better luck. Plus, of course, dreamy Neptune and Pisces could reveal a secret admirer. Ultimately, it's a great month to follow your heart and know that the universe has your back and supports all that you wish to achieve. And looking at your energy, I feel you are committed to really focusing on things that bring you joy, that bring you peace, harmony. I feel like you're searching for that peaceful plateau where you're protecting your inner peace, you're in the flow of your true life's mission and purpose. Of course, you're focused on your finances, Ten of Pentacles, not surprised to see that in your protagonist energy, because your second house of value is influencing you at the beginning of the month. And that's really you focusing on stable foundations, feeling secure where you're at, not just financially, but also emotionally. So this is the house of value, how you value yourself, looking at situations where you give away your power or undersell your talents, or even notice when people underestimate you. You're going to correct that and bring more balance into that situation with healthier boundaries, of course. And yeah, you're going to be focusing on cash, property, budget, savings, pension plans, 401ks, real estate, really leveling up in life, being that go-getter and achieving whatever it is that you put your effort to. But also you're going to be looking at reciprocity. Everything that you give out, are you getting back, or are you fulfilled in what it is that you are getting back? Because as you can see, we've got the card of equilibrium there. Now, this is your starting position. So this card, it is a Temperance card. So I feel like you're patiently and diligently kind of dealing with people you really care about, also your projects. I feel like you're in the flow of productivity, of course. I also see this card as you kind of like focusing on, your sense of meaning and purpose in life. And that really connects to your 9th house, which also influences you at the end of the month. And that's the great quest for meaning. What's it all about? What you're connecting to? Is it worth it? Do you feel fulfilled? Who's in your life? Who actually creates a safe space for you to communicate or feel that you can trust them? So this is really about you kind of like committing and connecting to your life's purpose, but also learning more about who you are and reestablishing your connection with your higher self, and of course the relationships around you as well. You may feel compelled to actually book a spiritual retreat during this time if you are fortunate enough to do so. This doesn't have to be a getaway. It could also be that you're sitting with self to connect to your higher self and your higher wisdom there as well. I feel a lot of you are praying for something that you feel has not shown up for you. And a lot of you, it could be money for some of you, but I feel it could also be love if some of you are searching for love. But with the 4 of Cups, the universe is actually going to really surprise you at the end of the month with something that perhaps you've been investing in for quite some time. So if you've been searching for love, I feel like you will discover love. Of course, love, it starts off with the self first. So you've been doing a lot of personal development work. And that's the cause and effect that's going on in your life right now. You're creating a safe space for love to come on in and grow. But also, if you've been trying to work and find opportunity, I feel there is one coming on in. I see a lot of you connecting to contracts this month, but we'll get into that in a moment. An opportunity is coming your way. And I would say, keep your eyes peeled, because this may be something that's a blessing in disguise. Okay, at first you may go, not really sure about this, but when you investigate it a little bit further and think about it, you actually see how many doors this will open. Also, it could be if you're meeting, new love, for example, this person, they may not be your usual type, for example. So it could be that at first you're kind of like, not sure. There's something about this person that you're curious about. But then it's like the second meeting, it's almost like you're meeting them for the first time, even though you've met them already. I feel like you meet them like for the second time and it's love at first sight. There's just something about this person that is drawing you in. And initially, as I said, you may look at this person like, they're not my type. But then you may give this person a chance, and it's almost like you see them with new eyes second time round. Not sure what that's about, but that's coming out, so I have to honor the energy there. But this is about your soul song, and I really feel like you're being in the flow, because this is the Temperance card. A lot of you have this sense of duality, okay? Splitting your time between family, friends, of course, and responsibilities, because the Lover's card is, a duality card where you are, basically prioritizing what's important, what you love, the people that you care about, but also, where your finances come on in. This is spending a lot of time with family, okay? Or your nearest and dearest, your soul tribe members. And some of you are actually going to hear from someone overseas, and this person could be traveling to see you or traveling to your environment. You'll have communication with this person, and I feel that this is going to really put a spring in your step. You haven't seen this person for a long time, not because there's been any negativity there. I feel it's just that circumstances got in the way. This person's from overseas is what I'm seeing there. So it could be someone who went traveling, could be someone who is stationed overseas, could be someone who perhaps, lives there for a job, or maybe this is someone who is going to tell you that they're coming home or that they are moving and they're going to be closer to you. So I feel this alliance, like, yes, you're excited this person is coming into your energetic sphere. Some of you may also book to go and see someone overseas, or you go traveling to see this person. But ultimately, I see a lot of you this month really kind of investing in family, friends, your home space. Some of you may do some DIY. Also, you may actually launch a business from home for some of you there, because we have that King of Pentacles there too. But this card, it's like balance. As you can see, one person is in the water and one is on the earth. Symbolically, this can indicate that, of course, water and earth will grow things, and this means that earth is all about your plan, your vision is the water. So this is you combining the two to create something solid and secure for yourself. So as you can see, we've got the tree there. This can represent new wealth, but also new knowledge that helps you grow wealth this month. Some of you may be investing in a course of learning, and it could be even you learning how to utilize financial structures in order to create generational wealth, because you have that 10 of Pentacles there, but you also have a King of Pentacles. So this can indicate you're increasing your finances. I would also say for some of you, this is a really great month to be offered a promotion. It's something that's in the works, is what I see. You may even sign a contract before the month is out, but you may step into this role in the following month, okay? There's something about this opportunity that you feel is great, but also you may feel, it's kind of, same, if it makes sense. It feels like the title is different, the money is different, but it may feel that, you are keeping the status quo going. A lot of it could be administrative tasks or more paperwork, certainly more work and responsibility. So I feel like you don't mind that as long as it is reciprocal in its exchange. The effort you put in is reflected in the pay packet that you get out. But there may be something here in the contract that you're not too happy about, because we do have that 4 of Cups and we also have that 9 of Swords. So I would say if you're being offered something, for some of you it could be an overseas position, and it could be that you're just like a little bit anxious about it because it's something new, but I feel like you're going to really thrive in this position. But for some of you, I feel like you get to negotiate a better deal, or you get to negotiate something in a contract that you're not happy with. Okay, Five of Pentacles for some of you, I mean, I feel like you could actually increase the amount that is paid. So maybe it's that. Maybe you feel the initial offer, it's like, whoa, that's a lot of work for the money that you're going to give me for that. I feel I would rather counter offer and say, yeah, I'll take on all that responsibility as long as you increase the finances. And you may actually negotiate a better deal than you were offered in the first place because of the cards that you've got. We've got Five of Pentacles here with that King of Pentacles. So I feel like a little goes to a lot. So I feel you do this by negotiating a better deal or valuing what you have to offer. And some of you, you may be actually leaving a position in order to get that better offer, okay? But let's bring this back to your energy. I feel like you're in the flow of your responsibilities. You're going to be very productive. I also feel more than anything that this month it's all about being organized, but also being flexible, okay? Structure works really well for you in previous months, but this month I feel this is about flexibility. It's being open to change, because I feel like there could be some like cancellations or reschedules, plot twists in your energy this month, but I feel it's really positive. It keeps things interesting, certainly keeps you on your toes, but also I feel you're well equipped to deal with it, okay? A lot of you are trying to make sure that you're a little bit more spontaneous or a little bit more open-hearted to fun this month, and I definitely see you're going to be more sociable this month. I mean, we've got the Lovers card here as well. So, for example, if your lover is overseas, this person could actually surprise you and come and visit you, or at least, send you a surprise that you're going to be really happy with. I'm actually seeing someone go to a florist right now. So it could be like that. They send you flowers, for example, or some of you may even receive like surprise flowers from a secret admirer, because there is a King of Pentacles showing up here and they're in the resistance position. So this could be someone who perhaps, they haven't really told you how they feel. So some of you, not all of you, I feel like 5% of you could actually receive, an unsolicited bunch of flowers. So it's a nice surprise, but it will leave you wondering who this person is. And I feel actually it'll be on your mind. You won't find out who this person is in the whole month of February. Okay, I'm not sure if you're going to find out who this person is afterwards. Let's have a look there whether this person will reveal. Can you please show my beautiful Cancerians the secret admirer energy? Oof. Okay, so we have Queen of Cups. This person, look, we got Queen of Cups there, which is your energy. This is not a gender-specific reading, but the Queen of Cups represents Cancerian energy, and we've got the Page of Swords, the lurker of the deck. Someone is, keeping their eye on you, someone who has a crush on you there. This is someone who talks to you fairly frequently, I'd say. This person does see you a lot. They may even see you on social media. This person really is in love with you, actually. How does my beautiful Cancerian feel about this person? I mean, Page of Swords can indicate that this person eventually will tell you, but I feel it may not be in February, okay? Ace of Swords. Okay, so you talk to this person. So I feel like you know this person, even though aces tend to represent new energy, but because we've got two swords here, it kind of counteracts the energy. It's like this could be someone new that you've started talking to, could be if you've just gone into a new role, new job, new neighborhood, or something new that you've done. This person is fairly new in your life, but you do talk to this person, whoever they are. I mean, if you're talking to someone online, this could also be this person, okay? But they may not tell you initially that they sent the flowers. So I would say that could be a little bit, well, let me just give you what I'm being given. So if you've just met someone, okay, and they're not telling you that they sent the flowers, this could be like they're testing you to see if you reveal who else it could be. And I feel that could be a little bit manipulative. So just watch out for that, okay? It could be a little test, like they're going, wow, that's amazing. Who do you think it could be? And you're like, I don't know, and they're like, you don't have a crush on anyone, there's no one that you're interested in. You're like, no. And they're just like feeling things out, which I can understand, but at the same time, it feels like a test in the energy. So just watch out for that, okay? I'm just going to move away from that energy there. This card indicates you're in the flow of life, that you're turning one thing into another. So, for example, some of you could be looking in your home space, decluttering, because of course the second house is all about like decluttering your home or detoxifying things, basically treating your body, mind, and soul better as well. So it could be that you're looking at pre-loved goods, putting them online to sell. There is a duality about that, a financial exchange. You're decluttering your house, creating space, but at the same time, you're getting more money in your bank account, for example. For some of you, it could be second streams of income. I see a lot of you, using your knowledge and maybe even partnering up with somebody and basically creating a business, or perhaps there's someone who's supporting you in your endeavor to launch something that you're really knowledgeable at, okay? But the Lover's card, I feel this is, you being in the state of attraction. This is a card of attraction rather than, just love. It can be grassroots energy of you and your heart yearning for something, and you're manifesting or praying for something, which I see here, and it will show up. Okay, but the Four Cups is like, you may not realize it kind of shows up, because I feel it's like a different form at first, but it leads to the thing that you want. Okay, so it could be like a stepping stone opportunity, or it could be like you meet a person who is kind of like attracted to you, and you're like, this is not the sort of person I'm normally attracted to. And it could be that if you're really not attracted to that person, it could be that that person kind of like invites you to something and you meet someone new at that event. It could be like by association, for example. Some of you could be in training for, a certain industry, and suddenly you join a group of people or a like-minded group of individuals, and you get talking to a person, and you're just talking to them about the industry, and then you realize how well connected this person is, and they can actually open loads of doors for you. But you're meeting at a level where both of you are just interested in getting to know each other rather than using that person as a connection. Suddenly doors are opening. So I feel a lot of your energy this month is by association. There's a duality about it, so please bear that in mind. Now, of course, the Lover's card can indicate you have to make a decision, okay? Especially since we've got the Temperance card, I would say do not rush into any decisions you have to make, because this used to be called the Choice card there. And I feel for some of you, this could be something that has a big impact on your life. So this could be you moving or changing jobs, because I get this energy of reinvention for you in the month of February. So it could be you're trying something new, but you are trying to plan or plot or strategize it first. It could be that you're setting up some sort of legal structure if it's a business. I feel like this is about you kind of like doing something that you love, but having to make a major decision before you do it, okay? All your cards point to a very measured and logical decision process and not rushing into anything. I feel like you're going to make the right decision. I want to pull a card on that Nine of Swords because I'm getting strong energy that whatever it is that's on your mind may cause a sleepless night or two this month, but I feel actually there's nothing to worry about. Your Five of Pentacles is actually in the resistance position, which means, you gain. You do not lose in this situation, but it could be that it's a delicate situation and you have to navigate it, okay? Please apply it to your situation. I'm not really sure what my guides are giving me other than the energy and some choice words that I'm given sometimes by my guides to kind of like guide the reading in accordance with cards, what they mean, and the energy that comes out. And with the Lover's card, of course, this could be you and your partner, being closer together, maybe even having a very interesting conversation about where you belong in the world. So if you're in a high-level commitment, this could be that you're planning an overseas move, or it could be that you're mapping your progress as a couple. So if you've been together for some time, it could be that now you're making things official by either getting engaged or, planning a family together or a future together. For some of you, this could also be if you're married already, your partner may discuss, either moving abroad or even renewing your vows. And if you're retired, this could be you spending time between two places, like a vacational holiday home or, a retirement place and wherever you live now. So it could be that you're buying a property overseas in a really nice country that you feel an affiliation with, because this is all about your commitments, spending time with your family, your friends, but also splitting time to be a little bit more independent, wild and free. So I feel this is the month where you basically connect to independence, but also, unity is what I see there. So family, friends, but also independent time where you connect to your higher self. A lot of you with that Ten of Pentacles, it's going to be a very family-oriented month. So it could be that you have a lot of responsibilities in and around the home space. Perhaps there's more events for your children. If you have a child or children, for example, it could be that you are splitting time, doing things for you, but also trying to help them with their social life, bring them to groups or activities, or, you know, there could be a lot going on this month. I do feel like you're going to be super busy, but you're fully invested. And whatever it is you're invested in this month, it's going to be so rewarding. Now, of course, the Ten of Pentacles also indicates money. So I feel like you're keeping a tight rein on your finances. You're certainly building in wealth because you're going from a Ten of Pentacles to a King of Pentacles there. So I would say that, you know, this is about you replenishing any money that perhaps you've spent in previous months and, you know, having some sort of budget or strategy to remain on top of your financial goals. Some of you also could be dealing with legal structures when it comes to finances, learning more about, you know, inflation, about debt, you know, bringing down some of your repayment plans, for example. Could also be about your acquisitions or building financial structures so that you gain rather than, you know, have all your finances eaten up with inflation and things like that. Ten of Pentacles also is about loyalty, you know, spending time with people who are loyal to you and your energy, people that sometimes you don't have to see them every day. You can see them like once a year, or, you know, maybe there's people you haven't seen for years just because life got in the way. And suddenly it's like you never ever left each other's side. Those sort of really, you know, wonderful friendships. And I feel a lot of you could actually reunite with a person that you haven't seen for years, but it's something that is a surprise. Okay, so it could be that they reach out because suddenly they're having a burst of nostalgia and wondering what you're up to, and it's a pleasant surprise. But I feel with the Nine of Swords there's something about meeting up with this person, like there may have been an event or an issue or something that you knew about that you never told them that was connected to them. I feel it didn't really involve you. It could be something that you witnessed or saw, or, you know, that you were aware of, and you wonder if now is the time to have that conversation with that person. I feel it's a very delicate conversation, so see how you really want to approach it, because what I'm getting, if it doesn't really affect the now, then, you know, you have to be aware of cause and effect, because if it's something that perhaps is done and dusted, don't dredge up the past, because this person, you know, you don't want to set them back is what I'm being given. Of course, you're going to be honest and true. If this person actually brings it up, then of course you can discuss it. But I would say, because you have the cause and effect card there, I would be really careful of bringing something up that perhaps doesn't really need to be discussed, okay? Because that could set this person back, because I feel it's a very delicate situation, whatever that is. So I'm going to leave that there. Now, with this Ten of Pentacles, I'm seeing a hot air balloon. Okay, so this can indicate ideas taking off. It could also be that your spirits are rising. Perhaps there's a weightlessness kind of energy, a higher perspective, because it's connected to the Ten of Pentacles. Perhaps a family conflict comes to an end, or there is, you know, less worry about finances, because the worry cards are in the resistance position there. So it could be that you're seeing a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel financially this month, and, you know, that you are basically keeping on top of things. I would say also some of you may have had to go through the very difficult process, and this is only if you're going through it right now. This is something that's already happened. If you've had to go through someone's estate or inheritance, for example, this could be the month where, you know, you have things coming to a finalized decision. And it could be that, you know, there's something unfair about this, whatever it is. I feel a lot of you, the unfairness is you would rather have the person here on the earthly plane. But as that is not the case, I feel like you have to kind of like go through their, you know, their worldly possessions, okay, basically. And it's going to dredge up a lot of memories, both happy and sad, and it can feel very unfair. And I'm sending you a huge hug out there, so much love. It's a very difficult process. It's almost like you have to put your level of grief aside in order to be very logical, and it can feel like you're a little bit on autopilot right now. So I am sending you a huge hug, but know that this person, they are with you. It's almost like if you get a hunch, like, keep that, you can get rid of that. keep that. Oh, I really love that. If you're getting this vibe with any of their possessions, that's them whispering in your ear. And actually, you're going to get lots of signs from this person. Maybe even hot air balloon is a sign. This could be something that you'll see, because I'm still seeing it in the water. This could be actually something you really see, like a hot air balloon, or perhaps there's going to be like a picture of this person with a hot air balloon, or it could be that they gave you a card with it on there, or there's some sort of personal relevance to a hot air balloon. And if this is not you, then it could be that you're also going to get a piece of really good news in association with seeing a hot air balloon, okay? So it could be that you're going to watch a reel after this video, for example, and suddenly it's a hot air balloon. So just pay close attention to it. I feel it's a really positive energy, a weightlessness energy, and it's like a relief as well there. So with a lot of love and respect, I'm going to disconnect from that energy. Now that I've disconnected from the energy, the hot air balloon is still there. So this could be a sign for the majority of you out there. And I'm also seeing a telephone and it's ringing. It's a really old-fashioned telephone is what I see. So I'm being given an energy of a very important conversation or phone call that perhaps you're waiting for coming through. The hot air balloon is a very positive energy. So it could be a conversation with someone where there is a weight off your mind. For some of you, this could be connected to health, okay, or the health of someone else, perhaps. For some of you, it could also be something related to an opportunity or a contract or a deal going through. If you're purchasing real estate, for example, because this is, you know, the real estate card, it could be that you're about to purchase a property, for example, and you're waiting for all the checks to go through, and you are really trying to make sure that, you know, you've got everything in order and you're ready to move forward. You could find that actually there's one more check that needs to be done. Okay, it feels like it's going to come to an end, and just before it does, there is something like, oh, what about this? Someone else puts in one final decision to make a check, and you're like, oh. So it feels very much like something's about to go through, but then suddenly there's like one more final check. And that could be across the board. It doesn't have to be real estate. It could be that there is, I mean, I don't see anything wrong here, okay? I do see that it actually goes through, but I feel there has to be one more check. That's what I'm being given. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that there with a lot of love and respect. I'll disconnect from that energy as well. Now, some of you beautiful Cancerians have been a little bit unwell, perhaps a seasonal cold, for example, or something. Five of Pentacles can indicate that you're healing, okay, that you're getting over that energy and that you're going to be back in solid kind of form and energy there. But because the King of Pentacles is in the resistance position at first as well, it could indicate that, you know, you didn't get as much done as you had hoped for January, but I do see anything that's in the resistance position, it goes into the upright, so you're going to be back in a lot of energy, vitality, and you're going to be back into your responsibilities. I feel this month, you know, you've got that higher calling card there as well, which indicates you are focused on your sense of purpose and, you know, the meaning of life, but also you're listening to the calling. I mean, this card can literally mean that you're getting a call, of course, but whenever I see Saturn's rings as well, rings are all about commitment, your commitment to your projects, to your family, to yourself. Don't ever forget yourself in this. And I feel with this card, it also indicates that some of you are at a self-evaluation period. You may be trying to reach for something else in life, and it means that you have to learn to let go of the other thing. So whatever that is, I feel letting go of the thing that you cannot take forward with you is actually going to be very beneficial for you. It may be hard to let go of, and it may haunt you from time to time, but whatever it is, it sets you free, is what I'm being given. So whether that's a toxic relationship, a friendship, or a toxic environment, know that you're doing the right thing. You're honoring yourself, you're valuing yourself, and you don't need that when you're walking forward. It has no place in your future, okay? And there is a brighter future for you to look forward to here as well. But I feel like you're busy in the flow, productivity, very organized. I feel like you're getting things done. You're owning your time. And I feel like you're going to be very disciplined as well. But it really feels like a lot of your cards are giving me this energy of a big decision to make, okay? And maybe even a call or this telephone call that comes in because I'm seeing it as a call. Not an email or a letter. I'm seeing it as a call, but it doesn't have to be. It could just represent communication, for example, comes in. It's the catalyst for change. And this is something that is a surprise from the universe that is going to be so fulfilling. Okay, so I feel it's destined. It's meant to happen. Whatever this is, it's meant to happen. And you're going to be so thankful for it. It feels like it's connected to something that you've been praying for, but it's not quite it. It feels like it's either the sign that you're going to get what it is that you're praying for, or it's the stepping stone to whatever it is that you're praying for. So for some of you, it could be like you're trying to apply for a permit for something, and it could be that it goes to the next stage, like a governing body, for example, that, decides to affirm your application and says, okay, it's great, we're happy with it, we just need to put it through the process, and then you'll get your decision, which is going to be a validation that you can go ahead with it. But it could be that it's gone to the next stage. For some of you, it could be a next stage interview if you're looking for a job or an opportunity, for example. I see a lot of you actually stepping into a very, lucrative opportunity here with status. But with that Five of Pentacles, they may try to offer you less than the role actually deserves. But I feel like you will increase the opportunity, or you will get a little bit more than you hope for. In the circumstances. Let me just clarify that, because my guides really want you to be aware. It's like they may offer this much and you're like, excuse me, it's at least worth this much, but I'll take this much. Okay. And it's almost like you kind of state an intention and a boundary of what you will not accept less than, and then they'll match that. But in the future, you will get the exact money that you want, but maybe not at first. Okay, I hate to give that message, but that's something that's coming through there. The other alternative is to decide not to take that position. Okay, and another one will come along. That's what I'm being given. I feel like there is two, but there may be a waiting period before the next one comes along. So you have to make that decision. I can't make it for you. The Four of Cups, this is being offered here, and a lot of you are like turning your back, like, no, I'm not going to do that. So it could be that you're standing your ground. You may actually hear that this person comes right back around and says, okay, we'll kind of like increase again. So they may counter offer something for you because they want your skill set. They love what you do. You have a lot to offer there. You invest 100%. So if you're in a career and you're looking for an opportunity, I do see that, there could be some negotiation going on, but it will be a lengthy process because they're going to be quite stubborn about this. Okay. For some of you, this could be something that goes on in your own working environment. Now, if you're an entrepreneur, this could also be a client, someone who is trying to negotiate down your fees. And I feel like you're not about that. You're like, no, the price is the price. And I feel that you may have to kind of like give them a breakdown of what it is that you pay out in the first place to create your business, so they can see that actually you're not putting much of a markup on it, and that you also have to pay for your time. So, I feel like you make them realize that actually it's not as simple as just putting a price on something. You're encompassing all the kind of ingredients and tools and time that goes into, selling or creating your project or your product there. Okay. So that's coming out there too. Now, King of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, some of you, there is an energy here of reinvesting in your business. So it could be that you're pooling some of your resources into, being an entrepreneur, or diversifying, having two streams of income. So it could be that you're pooling money from one business. I'm not sure if this is possible, but maybe it is. Pooling money from one business into another business that you create in order to have a startup. Some of you could be doing that right now, and I feel like you will have international links there as well. Also, on a more personal level, this could be also that, you may be noticing that either financial structures, maybe, financial institutions that used to do deals with banking, house your finances, you may see that they're actually closing down branches. Five of Pentacles can be to decrease the amount of branches that are on the high street, for example. And of course, we've all seen that over the last couple of years, but you may actually hear more, closures there in the month of February. And it may start you feeling a little bit, not anxious. I just want to say here, it's more that you're paying attention to where you house your finances, and you're looking at financial institutions, the kind of insurance on the amount of money that you have protecting your finances, but also you may be looking at perhaps financial institutions that are not maybe floated on the stock market, for example. I'm not really sure. I'm just being given certain energy and I'm just giving you what I can see. Now, bringing it back from all of that, I feel February is a mixture of your responsibilities. This card indicates a lot of administrative tasks this month, especially with the Justice card there as well. So emails, calls, some of you are going to have to actually speak to customer service about something in the month of February, and you may even have to demand, not in a rude way, but I feel like you're very direct. You may have to demand to speak to an authoritative figure in that establishment because it feels like you're going round and round in circles on something. So please apply it to your situation. It will get sorted. You may not be completely satisfied by it, but I feel, an investigation will be ongoing even when you get, a positive result, shall we say, but I feel there's more to come. They may even come back to you at a later stage and say, actually, you were right, and there's compensation there. So there could be a little bit of an extra surprise regarding that. That's coming through there as well. Now, King of Pentacles energy, because it's in the resistance position, some of you could deal with a person who's a little bit jealous this month, okay? So I would just watch your successes and who you tell them to. Even your ideas, I would copyright them, patent them. For some of you, if you're in industry, it could be a boss, for example, who sees that you're capable of doing your job and their job, and they may feel a bit threatened in their role. So just watch out for that, because this person, they could suddenly dump a whole load of work on you, excess work, almost like as a little bit of a negative move. Let's put it that way. This person is not acting in their highest regard, okay? In the month of February, I feel a lot of you, you won't see any change on this, but you will see that this person will get their karma in March, okay? Whatever that means. Some of you may actually hear this person, their position is terminated or that they're moving on. So it could free up the energy in the working environment. Also, I'm being given an energy of if you do work in an industry, even if you're an entrepreneur and you have employees, this could be a high month for absences, whether people are taking vacations or seasonal colds or hangovers, I'm not sure, but there's an energy there of absences in the working environment being higher than usual is what I'm seeing there as well. And what else am I getting? Okay, thanks so much. I'm so grateful. I am being given, if you have kind of booked someone for child minding or, someone to mind your pet or someone to do you a favor, for example, or even if you're paying them to do it. I feel someone this month could call you to let you down. I hate to give that message. I hate it. But I feel like you will rearrange some alternative there. But I do feel that someone could come in last minute and say, oh my gosh, this has happened and I'm so sorry. And they really mean it. Okay, I feel like they're being really honest, but it doesn't, take away from the fact that you're going to have to rearrange something else. That's coming through there as well. And, everything's going to be fine. I want you to be aware, but it may just feel a little bit frustrating for you. Now, if you have been unwell, I feel like you are in recovery there. When you have the Five of Pentacles in the resistance position, it can indicate that which you lack, you now are given. So I feel this is something that you're praying for. This can be that you're recovering a situation. A lot of you, this could be a new job or a new home or hope returns. If you've been feeling a little bit tested in life at the moment, I feel the energy shifts and changes, okay? And I feel a lot of you may find as you move into March, there's a lot more support as well from the people that you really care about. And, of course, the Five of Pentacles will go into the upright as well. So I want you to be aware that, especially if you're going for an interview, do not draw attention to what you feel you lack on your resume, okay? Because you're brought into the interview in the first place because they love you. They love your resume. They see that they can mold you or train you up and that you've got the skill set of what they're looking for. Now they just want to see how you are to work with. They just want to kind of soundboard off you and see how you kind of gel with the company, if there's a fit or a match. So be your wonderful self, okay? This could also be, if you're joining a group of people or you have to test for something or you have to basically audition for something for some of you. It could be that. It feels like there could be a test this month that you do pass, okay? But you may be a little bit worried about it and it may be on your mind until you get the results is what I see. But once you get the results, you'll see that there was nothing to worry about, okay? Now, let me just pull a card on that Five of Pentacles before we move on there. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Because the Five of Pentacles literally means alternative forms of abundance, an alternative path. So it could be that if you feel like you lack love, you haven't got a soulmate. It could be that you're finding an alternative event, or you're going to be invited to an alternative event where you meet a person. You know, fives are all about learning. You know, my guides gave me a major download yesterday. I was so excited about it because they were highlighting that in the major arcanas, the Hierophant is number 5. And of course, the Hierophant is all about lessons, learning. And the Five of Pentacles can be that you're learning to manage your finances in a more efficient way, or you're managing to find alternative products for a better deal. It could also be that you're learning to let go of something. Sometimes when we put pressure on ourselves to accomplish something, you know, we crush the energy. But if we let it be in the free flow, which is your intention this month, the equilibrium is to be open to the flow of energy and opportunity. And that means that now energy and opportunity flows freer towards you. So, you know, fives can be learning that which you lack, it will be delivered to you, but you have to match a vibration of positivity to the thing that you feel like you lack, okay? So very excited about that. I mean, Five of Pentacles can be learning about financial structures, for example, but it could also be about learning from loss or situations where you felt you lost out. And the learning curve here is what is meant for you will never pass you by, which means the thing or the person or the experience that you feel you missed out on actually wasn't for you. So there is, you know, comfort in that. We've got the Ace of Wands. So this is a really positive opportunity coming on in. Aces tend to be new energy. This is inspiration. If you feel like you lack inspiration recently, then you're going to have a turnaround in that energy. This is a card of being inspired, maybe launching a new idea. As I mentioned, for some of you, you could be, you know, purchasing goods, spending your finances in order to launch a new idea. So therefore, you have to like reinvest in yourself or in your business. For some of you, it's you reinvesting in yourself and treating yourself and having a date night, for example. But also it can be that as soon as your finances come in, whether it's pension, whether it's, you know, your pay packet, instantly it goes out on bills. So you're looking at what you have to work with for the rest of the month, and you're finding inspired solutions to, you know, basically pool your resources and make it work for you there as well. But this is having the energy after a period of feeling like low energy or feeling like you're completely drained there. And it could be that you notice a person has been draining you. For some of you, it could be like a difficult client or a difficult neighbor, or even for some of you, it could be like a landlord, for example, or someone who perhaps has been avoiding calls or reluctant to deal with something. You have to take them to task or challenge them on it. And I feel like you managed to get a result. You managed to get a response. So it could be, you know, someone, it doesn't have to be a landlord. It can be any like governing body, establishment, or anybody that you've been trying to get a result from them. You know, I mean, for some of you, it could be someone in your family that you've been talking to them and trying to get them to really see you and hear you. Suddenly you have a result. Finally, they're getting it in the month of February, okay? Now we've got cause and effect. So whatever you put your attention on, that is the thing that will flourish and grow. But we do have, you know, the Nine of Swords there, and we also have the Four of Cups. So I feel this is a question. Do you spend a lot of your time focusing on the things that you lack, or negativity or anxiety? Okay, I feel like you're trying to, you know, take charge of your thoughts this month and have, you know, an acknowledgement of how each energy affects your mood, but also affects an outcome. You know, if you wake up first thing in the morning and you're in a really great mood, and then you walk to the bathroom and you stub your toe, you're like, ah, and you like may say the odd expletive, for example, or, you know, you get a little bit frustrated and you go, oh, that's just typical. And then you go downstairs, and as you do that, you know, you drop the milk and you're, oh, and there's like a sequence of events based on something and your reaction to it. But if you like replay the whole day, and for example, if you stubbed your toe and you're like, oh, you know what, I just need to pay a little bit more attention or be more spatially aware, or and just be a little bit more positive, even though it hurts. I've tried this experiment myself, okay? And on both occasions, I've tried to do different energies. I remember the experiment that a friend told me, and I can't believe it. But actually, the day when I was really like, okay, that really hurt, but I'm going to be just more spatially aware and realize that I shouldn't be rushing. Okay, I'm going to take things at a measured level. Things just got infinitely better. And actually, that was one of the most important days where I got some great news and information. And I feel a lot of you may do some sort of experiment like that. I'm not saying you're going to stub your toe, but I feel this is about you acknowledging your thoughts. Thoughts become things, and catastrophizing things, that can set you up with a vibration that matches something that is negative. Even Einstein said, the thing you want wants you, but you have to match the vibration to it. And, basically, it's a vibrational exchange, law of attraction, cause and effect, and you're in that in the month of February. So I feel, you're going to get an opportunity that perhaps you're a little bit nervous about or anxious that you won't get, but it is going to be offered to you. The universe says this is destined. It will be offered. There's nothing to worry about, okay? Now, also, this card tells me you may be focusing on contracts. This could be like the end or the renewal of like service providers, passport, visa, important maybe submissions dates. I feel a lot of you are looking at, end dates on things or renewals, roll-on contracts, for example. And I feel this month, there is going to be a nice surprise, but a lot of your month is going to be business as usual, okay? And I feel this is about you being disciplined, but also some good karma coming towards you because you're due is what I'm being given there as well. And as you can see, there's 2 cards either side with musical notes. So I feel like you are in the flow, you're listening to your heart, but also a lot of you on like a more basic level, it could be that you are bringing more music into your life. And I actually heard, a piece of music that I cannot identify before I started doing this reading, because I do a little 10-minute meditation before each reading there. Let me just put them back in the order they came. And it's playing again now. And because I can't identify it, there's no words. So it could be that you're just trying to embrace more instrumental music. Music without words, maybe a certain megahertz that are going to change your vibration or frequency. For some of you, it could be to aid you with meditation or change your mindset or align your chakras or open your pineal gland, your third eye there. It could be that you're using music in order to ground you this month as well. So I feel a lot of like classical music perhaps. This wasn't classical music. It seemed like it was instrumental. It just felt like it was kind of like modern. There was a lament to it, but at the same time, it was kind of like soothing. Okay, so I have to honor it. I can't identify the tune. And, if I just hummed into like Shazam, for example, then, I probably wouldn't identify it. I'm not very good at singing and things like that. So anyway, let's move away from that energy. We have the 4 cups, which can indicate that this month you're trying to make sure that you don't get stuck in a rut or get bored of your circumstances. You're trying to keep things fresh, but also a new kind of way is opening up for you. A new direction or a new option is opening up for you in the month of February, and you have to make a major decision. For some of you, it's business. For some of you, it's money. For some of you, it could be a large purchase or an option. Do I purchase this property or this one, this car or this one, this phone or this one? Whatever it is, I feel there are big decisions. You get a better deal this month, by the way. Discounts. I see you getting discounts across the board on everything because you're shopping around. You're not just going with the first item you see. For some of you, if you're doing like an auction as well, financial auction, I see you'll actually, what? Don't shoot the messenger when I say this. I feel like you may get the thing that you want, but I see that you actually get something else better. I gotta be honest, the 4 cups can be that you miss out on something because we got the 9 of swords. It could be you miss out on an auction, but something else that is exactly the same is put up there and at a better price. So it's kind of good that you missed out on it. That's what I'm feeling from your energy. It's like if you miss out on something, it's because it was meant to be missed and you were meant to get something better. It could be the exact same thing, but just a better opportunity. So that's coming out there as well. I mean, 4 cups, this is a surprise from the universe. The universe wants to offer you something that will be more fulfilling than anything that you've had before, okay? But also, I feel for some of you, this is a month where you're keeping things running on autopilot, okay? It could be that, as I said, business as usual, going to your usual places. But there is, like, in and around Valentine's Day, there feels like there's some sort of like choice or change. It doesn't have to be connected to Valentine's Day, but it feels like you have to make a decision that will affect your future. So whether it's you meet someone new, or there's a new business alliance, or a big deal that you have to commit to, I feel this is something that is going to be rewarding long term. Now, that Nine of Swords, it can also indicate that, you know, you are evaluating something and you're a little bit anxious. You don't want to make a wrong turn or a misstep. And I feel like using your intuition, you absolutely won't. You're making great decisions at this time. But also I want to pull a card on this to see what this could be. Because for some of you, this could be that in and around, you know, Valentine's Day periods, sometimes it reminds people who are single about a previous love that perhaps was haunting or painful, or, you know, throws you into your emotions. So it could be that, you know, there's some deep sorrow there, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there, but I feel this energy of you being set up with someone even greater in terms of love. And for some of you, it could also be that if you have been grieving a person, you know, it could be that this is a real like trigger month for your emotions. And again, I'm sending you a huge hug out there, so much love. But this person, you know, keep your eyes peeled. There's lots of signs from this person in spirit. The hot air balloons are showing up again. So this is a big message there. And a telephone, an old-fashioned telephone. They're showing up together. So it's like they're making a call happen, or they're making something happen for you. Or it could be listen. Listen in silence. Listen, because you're going to either hear a piece of music or see a sign, or just be aware of their presence. Can you please clarify that Nine of Swords? We got the Justice card. Anything you're worried about, Karma is dealing with it. Justice shall preserve and prevail, because we've got the Justice card right there, and we've got the Justice card showing up. Whenever you get a reinforcement card, a double card from my guides, it pretty much says, I mean what I say. You know, a solution will be found. Something that will happen for you. It will change your luck forever for the better. But it feels there's a win-win situation. It feels like trusting the process, you come out on top, okay? The truth will come out on something as well, perhaps, and it will set you free, or it is a relief. But, I mean, I would say the Justice card indicates that you're ready for anything this month. You're remaining flexible. I feel some of you, if you're problem solving this month, you find a solution. And for some of you, I mentioned there is like a little diplomatic conversation you may have to sort of deal with, but you will deal with it. And, you know, this card, it literally means bringing worries into perspective. You know, if there's something you're worried about and you can change it, set about changing it. But if there's something you're worried about that you have no control over, there's no point in putting that worry or that excess energy into it, because it will just fuel it. Okay, and it will actually drain you of your energy. And worry, you know, excess worry can actually make us unwell as well. So I feel there's a little message in that there really is nothing to worry about. And I feel that everything will be taken care of, and it shall be kind of corrected, or everything will go in your favor as planned. Okay, so that's coming out there as well. I mean, for some of you, it could also be that, you know, it's a contractual deal that will go through, okay, but everything has a process, so you must adhere to the process. For some of you, it could be that you're in the middle of getting divorced, and this month could be just a little reminder of what you fell in love with the person for in the first place, but also how things changed and evolved, and, you know, that it was sad that you have to let it go, but ultimately you're moving on to something else, and it can feel that you're a little bit like out of sync, or it feels isolating in some way, but you're going to move through this, and actually the universe is guiding you to other experiences that are more rewarding for you emotionally and in terms of, you know, feeling at peace. Okay, so we have, okay, thanks so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. I mean, some of you, there was only a hint of it, so I didn't really mention it because it wasn't as big as usual in the energy for me. Like, I kind of like get bursts of energy when I'm reading, and it'll give me like an indication that this is something that is dominant for your energy for the month. But I do see that some of you may actually have to spend some money on repairing something in the home space. Okay, so it could be that you have to dip into your finances a little bit to repair something. But some of you, this repair energy could actually be a repair of a relationship or a friendship or a family situation, okay? Okay, so we have a telephone, okay? So we actually have the old-fashioned telephone as well at that. My guides always give me images that I need to translate to you, okay? So we've got here connection, and your reading for the whole month is all about connection, communication, conversation, getting through, a two-way street, message, vocal, being vocal, or speaking your voice and your truth loud and clear, reaching out, a notification, your throat chakra, your inner voice, and rings a bell, okay? I feel this is connected to a very important call this month that actually is going to make you very curious, but also it's going to make you feel very content. You may be a little bit anxious about it at first because it means change. And your water element, although you are flexible, I'm a Scorpio, so I'm a water element too. And, we can be flexible, but we don't particularly like change unless we're in control of the changes. But I feel this is something you have to decide there. We have baby. Now this symbolically represents new beginnings, okay, or new pathways, new options coming in, and you definitely have that with that Four of Cups. It could also be that you're inspired to try a new kind of way of doing something. For some of you, it could also be that you hear someone is pregnant, or perhaps you find out that you're pregnant as well if you have the ability to become pregnant. But it says here, cardinal, new beginnings, rapid growth, fresh start, unlimited potential, innocent, continuing the legacy. That Ten of Pentacles, continuing the legacy. Your ninth house is the great quest for meaning. So you may be thinking about your life, what you stand for, your legacy, what you're building for you, your family, or, if you're retired, what you built for your family and what you're passing on generationally, your wealth, your knowledge, your kindness, your love, your heart, your support. Okay, we've also got innocent, continuing the legacy, needy, warmth, purity, new phase, birth of a child, and vulnerable. So I feel, people misunderstand the word vulnerable. It's really strong to be vulnerable, to open up to your feelings, to open up to new beginnings. And you can have a fresh new start at any age, okay? And it may make you feel vulnerable to have a new start, but actually it's the best thing. It means you're coming out of a comfort zone. It means you are shaking up the status quo, and there's a thrilling destination attached to it as well. Now we do have a white rabbit, spark of curiosity. Okay, I do see, for some of you, that's going to be connected to a bunch of flowers that you may receive, or some sort of hint from someone that they have feelings for you. We got spark of curiosity, gnosis, spiritual awakening, it's time, heeding the call, research it, inner knowing, dark to light, going down the rabbit hole, and waking from the dream. Okay. So for some of you, you may have been in hermit mode, and it could be that you've been plotting and planning something, strategizing, and now you're waking from that strategic viewpoint, and now you're taking action on something. You're investing in it, or you're offering something. For some of you, it could literally be that you're invited to a Alice in Wonderland themed event or party. I feel a lot of you, this could be a time-sensitive thing as well. I would say, because the white rabbit tends to say, I'm late for a very important date, I would say leave a little bit earlier for all of your important meetings, because there is potential for a little bit of a delay this month. Now we've also got library, knowledge. So some of you could be, investing in new knowledge, reinvesting in yourself in some way. This could be a spiritual kind of class, could be meditation, hypnosis for some of you. It could also be counseling, but for some of you, it could be a spiritual retreat. It could be something you're booking for later on in the year, but you could also be investing in a new book or joining a library, literally. But it says knowledge, learning, history, information, research, books, pastime, archives, hidden documents, search, secrets, looking beneath the surface, author, reading, and writing. So if you are an author, I would say you may actually, meet with a manager or a publishing kind of deal. And I would say negotiation important, because it could be that there is some sort of royalty or some sort of part of this deal. You go, hang on a minute, that's a little bit, no. So I feel you may have to negotiate it. Could be that they want to take a little bit more of a percentage. Don't get lost in the fact that someone loves your product, loves your book, or loves your service, whatever it is, and you're really excited to get the deal. Because sometimes people can take advantage of the fact that you're new to an industry, or that you are excited that you just got a deal, right? Just make sure that you're getting your worth, because your second house says, I value myself. We've also got repairman. Okay, now this could be that you're repairing situations between people. Could be that you're an intermediary with that cause and effect. That can be the justice energy of you hearing people out, trying to offer a solution between people. You may find yourself in the middle of people arguing, for example. But also, I am getting an energy. Some of you will have to call in someone for repairing something. I'm seeing something under the sink right now. Thanks so much, Control Graham. Well, this is random. Some of you, there may even be, I'm just seeing someone's ring, like a, well, it could be any kind of ring, going down the sink and it being stuck in the tube. Okay, so for some of you, this is very niche, very like specific. It may not resonate with everyone. So some of you may actually have to get someone to repair that. You may not actually get someone and pay them for it. You may get someone you know who can do that, or maybe you're doing it yourself. But for some of you, there's something underneath the sink, perhaps it needs doing this month. That's coming through. But it says repair, fine-tune, heal, fix, many working parts, reset, proceed carefully, needs fixing, making adjustments, recovering from a situation, skilled, making things right, mending, restoring, and upgrading. Okay, definitely upgrading your life there, making some decisions that will benefit you long term. And finally, we got convertible. Interesting, because this is the many options card. So it's like you got many options, and once you make a decision, you'll start to move forward with great speed. Okay, it says many options, free will, adjacent possibilities. I did mention that. It feels like it's like a stepping stone to it, or it feels like it's somehow the same, but it's still an opportunity. So that's coming out there. But it will lead to bigger things. We've got choices, flexible, adaptable, potential, change, freedom, enjoyment, going with the wind, alternatives, and preferences. Now we also have two-faced written there as well. I don't see any two-faced energy. Okay, I got to be honest with you. I don't see it there in the reading. I do see someone may let you down on something, but I feel like they're really honest about it. I do feel that someone may be a little bit jealous. Maybe that's a two-faced person. So I would just pay close attention who you share your ideas with. But yeah, that's what I see. And a lot of those cards really affirm the energy that's come out, especially this one. Expect a very important call that you're going to absolutely love. I don't feel like you celebrate it until March. Don't know why, but that's what's coming through. So I have to honor that. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Cancerians? Finally, we have the Peacock. Okay, this actually indicates you're highly attractive. Okay, now this can be physically attractive, but also well sought after in an industry or in friendships or in the home space, people wanting a piece of your attention. But also this is promoting yourself, you know, peacocking yourself more, knowing that you're attractive, looking at those inner thoughts and capturing yourself when you either try to tear yourself down or you're negative in some way, because you are you, and that is your superpower, and you can't ever be anybody else, and you really are awesome, and February is going to teach you that. That's something that's going to come out in all of the energy for everybody, but I feel like it's something that you will walk away with in February and, you know, build more in confidence there and really allow yourself to shine. If you're looking for love, I feel you could be invited to an event where you actually meet a person. And you are lovable and you are attractive. And this person presents as someone who's serious about a relationship, okay? But give it time. Don't rush into anything. This person will make the first move, and they will also call you. I'm being given, rather than texting, this person wants to hear your voice. Now, that can like freak some people out in this day and age. Some people don't like phone calls. Like, I'm really old-fashioned. I'd rather be face-to-face with a person, for example. But I feel this new person comes in, they will make an effort to call you because it shows that you mean a lot to this person. They want to connect on a deeper level, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Cancerians. If you'd like to be with the chance to win a free personal reading from me, all you have to do is envisage the world, the earth, in a golden healing light, because I really feel we're going to need it this year. That's all I ask of you, okay? Nothing more. And if you could just take a moment to do that, because if we do it collectively, we can really make a difference. Remember, thoughts become things, and our energy can change our scenario and our energy around us. If you've ever walked into a room when two people have been arguing and you didn't hear the argument, but you walk in, you can feel it. You know something went down in that room. That is the energy that changed and shifted the room. So please, that's all I ask. Just envisage the world in a golden healing light. And in the comments box below, just put an emoji of a world and a heart, okay? And if you don't have access to emojis, then just write the words world and heart, and I'll enter everyone into a competition, and I will announce the winner towards the end of February there, okay? So Thank you so much, my beautiful Cancerians, and love and light.